Happy Friday! Are you guys ready for the best show ever? Welcome to Date Night with Connie and Chrissy. I'm your host, Connie Henriquez, and my crazy co-host, Chrissy Bogue.
Am I really crazy, though?
We say this every show. Of course you are.
This really is the best show ever, though.
It really, and why? Who's here? Who's our special guest?
Say it, guys. I don't even know if I can say it.
Brace yourself.
Yep. From my favorite team, my favorite football team, the New York Jets. We have former wide receiver Wesley Walker.
Wesley Walker is in the house.
Yep. Just in time for the first Jets game coming up Sunday at 1 o'clock against the Browns.
That's right. We're going to be there. We're going to be watching it.
Yep. I'm going to go with Wesley to the game.
Very nice.
Wesley doesn't know that yet, but I'm going.
You're going to be his date. His surprise
Wesley,
date.
you're bringing me as your date. I hope you know that.
He knows it now. I love it.
I can't wait to get him on.
Yeah, so it's been a little while.
I know, because we weren't here last week.
I know, we've been out and about. Summer's over. Summer's officially over.
I know.
Labor Day's over. I was floating around. I don't even remember what I was doing. I don't know. Yeah.
I was with my dad at the West Point Army game.
Oh, that's right. How was that? We saw pictures on Facebook.
It was awesome.
Nice.
But they lost, unfortunately.
It looked
cool.
I
love going up there. It's beautiful up there. And everyone is always so nice.
Very nice. Your pictures look great.
Thank you. Thank you.
And so what's coming up now for us?
Oh, we have our
very exciting event. Our first fall social event.
Date Night Sip and Paint. Get your tickets now. Do we have the website?
Yeah, there it is. They're posting it.
Actually, we only have about, what, how many tickets left? We don't have that many
only
left.
have like 7 tickets left. So if you did not purchase your ticket, please go online and purchase it.
And you do not need a date. Everybody keeps asking me, do I need a date?
That's right. You're right.
You do not need a date.
No, it's to mingle with some cool peeps. So no date required.
Hopefully Wesley will be there.
Hopefully.
We're going to paint Wesley. That's going to be the painting. In his beautiful pink attire today. I love it.
No, he looks fab. All right, so make sure you tune into, and if you're not sure, go to our Facebook page, Date Night with Connie and Chrissy, and the link is on there, and you can get your tickets now.
It's thetinyartist.com, though. That's where you get the tickets. And it's September 21st, which is next Monday, right?
Correct, 7 to 10.
Monday. 7 to 10 at Bertucci's in Westbury. I messed up. I thought it was the other Bertucci's.
You did. I had to correct that, but we got it in time, so we're cool. That's fine.
But you do get free apps.
Totally. And you get to hang out with us.
You don't get free Tito's, but you do get free apps.
Exactly, but hey.
We got our Jets cups. Cheers.
Cheers.
Go Jets. Go Jets.
So yeah, get your tickets. Yeah, now we're ready for the Start Loving Life tip of the day. You ready for it?
I'm ready. I'm always ready for that.
I know.
I need it.
This one's a really simple one. No, it's a good one.
It's simple? Like the other one?
It's simple. They're all simple.
Come on.
Can we show it? Yes. A smile. Life can be amazing.
That's all I got to do?
That's it. Isn't it funny? How many people do you know do not smile?
A lot.
A lot. They have like bitch face. You know what that is?
Do it. Do stank
no,
face.
because I don't do that. It's not natural for me. But how many people do you know don't smile?
A lot of people.
A lot of people. Like, try smiling.
Or when you smile at somebody walking by and they still look angry.
Right.
I'm like, all right.
Smiling is like the easiest thing ever, and it's quite sexy. So girls, guys out there, smile. Try it. Life can be freaking amazing. Just start with a smile. It's so simple.
Do you think a lot of men smile or no?
I think they could smile more.
They can.
I think
more women smile.
Yeah, but I think women. I think they need to step it up. They need to smile more.
Okay,
it's
I
simple.
like it. And what is that going to do for us by smiling more?
Easy breezy. Makes your life better. Hello. First of all, you're more attractive because bitch face is not attractive.
So we're going to attract better people.
Totally.
Like Wesley Walker.
Correct. Because Wesley smiles. I noticed
he
that.
Does.
He smiles in his pink.
He has a kind face.
He does. He's sweet. All right, dude. What's your bestie of the week?
Well, you know how I love dating apps. You know
we love apps just in general. I know.
Well, now there's a new one, guys. I know. Everybody's probably sick of these. It's called 12. Do we have my okay.
There you go.
So it's called 12. It's a dating app, but with a twist, which I like this. Every day at midnight, you'll meet someone new. So only at midnight, you'll get matched with somebody.
Wow.
And then you only have 24 hours to get to know each other within the app.
Wait, don't people work?
So,
I don't understand the
24 Well, guys, a lot of people are, you know how many people I see on Facebook still at
really?
like 11, 12 o'clock? Come on. So when the 24 hours is up, then you have a chance to send one last message, like a phone number or an email. So if you like the person, so that you can stay in touch or whatever. They believe one person per day is the best way to communicate and meet people in your area, which I do like that because if you have too many options,
it's too crazy.
Right.
It's like work.
Exactly.
It's like a full-time job.
Nobody, has the time to really reach out to all these other people. So I like the idea of focusing on one person.
So what happens if you're not into the one person though? You just like ignore it?
You just ignore it, and then you have to wait till midnight the next night.
You have to wait 24 hours for a newbie.
Then you just wait the other 24 hours, and you just pray. And you smile.
Right.
Like you smile in bed.
Make sure your pictures have pictures are on there, right?
Yeah,
you put pictures.
Yeah. It would just be like the same as the other dating.
And you fill a profile, whatever, and they match you up, and it's like very cool.
Yep.
I love it. What's the name of it?
12. I'm sorry, TWELVE. So you would just go on to your iTunes.
So if you're inundated with all that match profiling and like a million different matchups, here you have one.
So annoying.
Yeah.
This is better than Tinder. Tinder is so annoying. You just keep
Tinder's
swiping through,
exactly.
like a million people. It's like it gets addicting. You just keep swiping left. This, at least you're getting one person, and either you like them or you don't.
You have 24 hours to decide whether you like them or you don't.
So basically, you don't sleep for the whole week. You just got to stay up to midnight every day. Just go out and drink Tito's every day. You'll be able to stay up.
And try to catch their number before midnight if you do like them.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
All right, cool. So we're going to close it out because we have a very cool guest.
Yes,
so we're excited
I can't
to
wait.
have Wesley join us. So now we're going to go to break, so grab your Tito's and
your
fill
Jets
up.
cup.
There you go.
Grab your Jets gear.
Break
Let's
time.
go. Let's go, Jets.
My name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. Find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
What are you looking for? You don't even know that. You don't even know. Are you on the ball list? So you can't even answer. I'm asking you about it. You gotta be highly skilled. You gotta be highly skilled. You understand that?
Are
you well versed there? Are you very smart man? Hit me with some funny shit.
My shit's twisted.
Tell me something. Tell me something.
What do you have right there?
That's awesome.
Well,
that's a big.
That's
nice.
You know damn well. You know damn well.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Sir. Are you interested in twisted
Yes,
or not?
I am. Sure. See, you got twisted.
That's twisted.
You see what I'm saying? You understand me? And if you can't whip out answers like that, that man is liable to go on a commercial break, punch your fucking mouth loose. You understand me? Time is up, sir. You understand me? You're on. You're the man. All right, give me your name now. I'm sorry.
My name is Willie.
Willie, where you working at?
We are twisted. We are awesome. Love awesome. Love awesome. Love awesome.
Can you repeat that?
We're back.
J-E-T-S, Jets.
Yeah!
Wesley
High
Walker's in the
five.
house. First of all, you look amazing.
You do. We love your
pink for you.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. But actually, it's your favorite color as well, right?
My favorite, my phone, everything.
Well, yeah, where's your phone? I want to see that.
Want to see that? Did I bring
We want to see a pink phone.
All right, not a problem, Wesley.
I know, we told you to
You
shut
look
up your
amazing. I want that fedora.
I want you to say, what does that say? What
It
does that
says,
It's date night.
love my pink.
Yeah.
Love my
On
Connie
date
and
night.
Chrissy. We're going to get you one that says love my Connie and Chrissy.
Everybody makes fun of me, but
We love
my
it.
I love
We
pink.
would make
Wesley,
fun of you. We love
thank
you
you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You were known
Thank
for yours.
Mike DeVita.
I know.
Brooklyn Mike.
Brooklyn Mike.
There you go.
Thank you, Mike
He's
Brooklyn.
the reason I'm here.
Why isn't he in our audience?
Well, I tried to tell him.
He was too
You
busy.
were supposed
He's too
to-
busy
I told
hanging
him.
out.
But why didn't he come? I
He
guess
was
you
too
don't have
busy
the
hanging
power. I
out.
thought you had the power.
He
We
has
thought we
his
had the power
posse with
too.
him.
Well, I tried.
We
He has
tried
his
too.
posse. He didn't want to leave them. I guess he felt bad.
But kudos to Mike Brooklyn. We love him.
Yes, we love
Well, that's
you.
kudos to him. He's
Thank
got
you.
a great heart.
Exactly.
That's my boy.
Wesley, you were known for your speed on the Jets.
Love it.
Why are you downplaying yourself? You were one of the best
No.
receivers on the Jets that we ever had.
I've always been modest, and
You are very
no matter
humble.
how well I did, I had probably one of my best games, but I could always find something I could have done better or the mistake you made during the time. And I think most athletes will be the same way.
Right.
There's always something that you could do better. I've had a good career, but it wasn't the best career. And a lot of that was marred by injuries. And so when I look at that, the time that I spent not being there because of injuries, I could have had better stats. I could have had maybe better seasons, maybe trying to get to the Hall of Fame because that's everybody's dream. So when you look back on things, what could have been, whether it be training or just being an athlete, you want to be the best at what you do.
Of course.
And I know the guys that I played with, we were the best at what we did at certain times. But a lot of times when you don't win, you don't get the accolades, you don't get the publicity. And so a lot of that's marred, but you know the guys that you played with. Like when people ask me who's the best guys you played against, you know, the best defensive back, my guys in practice were better than the guys that I went against. And they made me better. And I was always prepared. So there wasn't anybody I was afraid of to go against or worrying about a guy that had all this publicity. My guys were just as good as far as I'm concerned. Right. But this is as an athlete, you know, you have pride in yourself and you just always believed in yourself. But you always could be better. And that was always a problem of mine. And I know that being healthy.
So you're hard on yourself, basically, is what you're saying. You're your
not
worst.
that I'm hard on myself. It's that you know the caliber of athlete you are. You know what you can bring to the table.
Right.
A lot of times politics comes into play where you don't get the opportunities that some people will get. When you get drafted, you have a regime that maybe you came into the team that drafted you. The coaches may change, and you're still there, and they have their own draft choices of people they really want to promote. And the team can promote whoever they want to promote at the time.
Right.
And sometimes that gets marred, and you don't get the situations that you would normally get if you were the person that the team was, you know, responding to, or you were the guy. And there's a lot of politics involved with that, and that gets to you. And then there are times where you just don't get the opportunities. And so you got to take advantage of the opportunities you do get. And that was always very frustrating for me. And I used to look at these guys around the league. Like I had a counterpart, Al Toon is one of the best receivers that played this game before. But I used to get very angry. He would catch, let's say, 90 to 100 balls. I would get half that, and I still have just as many yards or more touchdowns.
Right.
So that was very frustrating, but that's just who they wanted to feature or whatever. And it's not a competition, but it is a competition.
Right, of course.
But you just want equal time.
Right.
And sometimes you don't get that.
Right.
So we were talking earlier about different people, you know, Keyshawn Johnson and Wayne Corbett. You know, there was always a rift with certain people. Hey, I had Al Toon that I had a great relationship with, but it was competition.
You were
with
good
us.
friends.
No, wait, Wesley.
He would think he was better than me, but I
No one's better than
think
you.
he was better than me, but that's just the way things are.
But Wesley,
as an
let
athlete.
me ask you a question, okay? Because I am not that familiar with football.
She doesn't really
That's
care
okay.
about football.
But I think
like
you're
I do.
amazing.
I'm not familiar with it either, believe me, so we're on the same
so
part.
listen, so tell Tell me.
I'm serious.
Tell me, because we may have
viewers
viewers that are not so familiar with football,
Yeah.
but we love you, and so I want to know kind of like, how did you get drafted to the Jets? Like, what was that like? How did it happen? Tell us more about that.
This is very strange too. Everybody asks me, like, how did this happen, or did you always want to play pro ball?
Right.
I went out on a whim in high school because some coaches came to see me play in middle school and junior high school.
Oh, wow.
So the coach asked me to come out, and I was always a big proponent of education because of my parents. My parents were my role models, and so education was very important to me. And I didn't realize how important it was until I got to high school, and I learned that, hey, I'm pretty good as an athlete, and if I get good grades, hey, maybe I can earn a scholarship.
Yeah.
Well, I was able to do that. I was a good student, a great student, and I could have went to any college, major college in the country. I mean, I chose the University of California, Berkeley, not knowing that I would be drafted because they were on probation at the time. I didn't know what Cal Berkeley was all about.
So it wasn't even a dream in your mind at that point?
Not
Really?
at all. Not at all.
You never even thought about it?
Not a thought process.
Wow.
It just happens.
Wow.
Life takes a process, and I just wanted to go to college. That's what my
Right.
goal was, get good grades. Hey, I have the ability. I can get a scholarship to go to
Right.
college.
Right.
That happened. Oh, the scouts started talking to me, and you started recognizing, I have
Wow.
a chance to make it. But in my mind, I knew that it's a big injury factor. I could get hurt. And that wasn't realized till my senior year. And I was supposed to be a #1 draft choice. I got drafted in the second round
Right.
Wow.
because I hurt my knee, and I ended up getting surgery. And at the time when I got hurt, I didn't even know it was that bad. They were waiting for me to come. I was in L.A. playing. We were playing against USC. I got hit by this guy, Dennis Thurman, who was the defensive coordinator for the Jets at one time.
Yes, of course, yeah.
And I get back, they're waiting for me, and I got to get major knee surgery. And that was like hard.
So
I never thought about
you
getting
at
hurt.
this?
I'm only in my 20s at the
Oh,
time.
wow. Okay.
So I had to get major knee surgery, and
Before you were-
and they said that I'm still going to be drafted #1, and even the Jets had said to me, you were going to be my #1 draft choice till you hurt your knee, and I go through this major surgery. I'm running track to get back in shape. Didn't know how it was going to be. I didn't even know if I was going to play again. But in the back of my mind, I know I had to get my education, and that was important. And that's always been my, I guess, my mantra to athletes or just kids in general. Because education really, as far as I'm concerned, is responsible for me even making it to the pros. Because I wouldn't have been able to go to college or even in high school to get discovered or whatever.
That's important.
So I worked hard to get back to where I needed to be speed-wise and whatnot. And I was still hoping to be in the first round, and it was just so disappointing when the first round went and I wasn't drafted because I was hoping to actually New Orleans called me and said, you're going to be the choice. And they had one of my buddies who recently passed away, Chuck Muncie, last year, who was a great running back. And I was excited. I'm going to be with my boy, and it's probably a good thing because we like to party too much. It wouldn't have been a good thing.
Tito's before Tito's was even alive.
And lo and behold, the Jets called me up, and I was like totally shocked because they said, until you got your knee hurt, we probably wouldn't draft you. But they called, and I was very excited to get to the Jets. And
now, were you at that point, were you like hoping to be on the Jets? Were you a Jets fan?
Didn't know anything about the Jets.
Oh,
and the sad
man,
part,
I
and
love
I'm getting
it.
back to
Yeah.
you now,
Yeah.
I didn't know who Joe Namath was.
What?
And I don't follow sports. I love
But you were a
playing
football
sport.
player.
No, I was a student.
He was a
Playing
student worried about his
football.
You were playing
education.
football.
I'm
college.
just a person just to happen to play football. I'm like
I was
you,
just
and
a
that's no
person that
different.
happened to
I
play
try,
football.
it's like it's just even now. Like I did a lot of TV, radio for the Jets. I would like read the newspaper the night before to act like I know what I'm
I
talking.
remember you telling
I
me
know
that on
the
the phone.
game.
That's funny
I
to me.
love it.
But
That's so
I
cute.
can't say I follow it per se. So you're not by yourself, and I don't know
Nice.
how much guys really follow it. But there's guys.
So
that
me,
play
Jeff,
this
and
game.
Jeff probably know more than you, and you played for the
Absolutely.
Jets.
I will tell you that in a heartbeat.
So I should play for the
I know
Jets.
the game, and I know what's going on, but I don't know everything. But I don't know. It's because I've always been Wesley Walker. This is Wesley Walker of the Jets. And
Right.
it's like, no, I'm just Wesley.
Right.
But
And
that's funny that you
I-
didn't have. So you didn't have a passion or a dream to be pro football. Like
No,
that.
my goal, if I had a passion, was to do well in school so I could earn
Wow.
a scholarship.
Okay.
And that was my goal.
And did you have a career path that you wanted, or something you wanted to? Oh, okay.
No, I just, what happened when your life just takes you in a direction, and then you just realize that, oh, this is a possibility. Right. So my goal was to get good grades and do well in the sport thing, and I realized I could earn a scholarship, and I had my choice to go to any college in the country. Went to traveling around, and that was a hard decision. Right. People thought it was crazy when I went to Berkeley because they were on probation. I didn't go there to play football. I went there because of education, and I fit right in. It was just, I was like a black hippie in college, and it just fit my personality. And I love Northern California.
Well, so what town did you grow up in?
I grew up in Los Angeles.
Oh, so you're from?
I'm an Army brat.
So you're from there?
Travel around. I'm from California. Nice. Okay. I've been exposed to a lot. Didn't like travel. Probably went to 15 different schools. Okay. And we finally settled in Los Angeles, and I went to a place, Carson High School, where I earned a scholarship, and I had a great coach who ended up passing away. And I have two coaches in my life that really made a difference in my life. And one of them was my high school coach, and one when I got to the Jets, and I attribute them to my success as a New York Jet, or just as a human being. Wow. And my goal, like I said, it was just to encourage kids that they can do whatever they want to do through education. Right. And through, whether it's football or any field, you have to get your education. Right. So that's always been my mantra. And, and I'm just glad that I came to New York. I've been here ever since. And I've been in Dix Hill since 1978.
That's crazy. I
hated that the Jets had to move over to New Jersey.
I know, we were having that discussion the other day on the phone.
And they still share it with the Giants.
When are they going to come here?
I don't know.
It's such
you
a
have
pain
to
in the ass
ask
to drive all the way to
Woody
Jersey.
Johnson about that.
I'm going to.
I don't know if you had an opportunity to go to the family night at Hofstra University.
I did.
I missed it this year. I went last year. And it's such a great fan base.
There.
And what I really enjoy is the fans.
Right.
I play this game for the fans, and I probably get more recognition now, with the fans. And I don't know if it's because of the fact that I've always been involved with education. You're always doing something for the community.
I think you have a great attitude.
And I love life. And you just mentioned about smiling.
Yep.
That is my mantra about.
There we go.
I'm saying mantra all the time.
We should make you the logo of it.
I love my smiles. It's so easy to do that.
Right.
But people don't. And I don't know how anybody can be in a people business and not have a good attitude and just to be personable. And that's just always been my thing.
Well, I can tell that from the second I met you. You're such a humble, nice.
But you don't know me.
It doesn't matter. I could tell.
I don't know. You talk to my ex-wife, you might think.
What? Let's call her up. Have her call in to win the Motorhead tickets. Let's say.
Hey, don't give away our contest just yet. Come on.
But listen, when you got drafted to the Jets, now at this point you were legally blind in one eye.
Who told you that?
What?
Leslie,
Really?
I know everything about
Really?
you. Come on. Your ex-wife called me. She told me everything. Me and her had a nice chat about you over tea.
Well, this is funny too.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know this, and this is a true story. They have what they call the combines now, where they house people in Indianapolis. They go through this whole ringer of physicals. You're like a piece of meat with all the teams and the scouts, and you run and you jump and you do all these things. I never had to do that. And what happened when I got drafted, and there was another guy that got drafted before me. His name was Marvin Powell, like a 5-6-time All-Pro tackle. Awesome. The dude, he was my best man. He's my roommate. I don't know where he is to this day, but he should be in the Ring of Honor. And he had loose knees, and they drafted him number 1. I guess the Jets didn't really do their research, so that was number 1.
Wow.
They drafted me. I'm a receiver that catches the ball. I never really had to read an eye chart in high school. Some people kind of knew about it, but I always kept it. But they didn't. So that really kept their minds off everything. But I had to finally read an eye chart with the Jets. I've never really done that in school. I always kept it here because my mom was always afraid something would happen, and I never really thought about it until I got hit one time in the eye and swelled up, and I'm like, dang, I wonder if something happened to my good eye. And I've always had problems with my good eye, with this iritis, they call it, and glaucoma and whatnot. So if anything ever happened, I would, I don't know how that would be, not being able to see, because I'm legally blind in my left eye, but I was born that way.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I want.
The Jets didn't know that. So I go to read the eye chart, and they're like, oh my God.
Was
And
this
Leon
after they already drafted you
They'd
then?
already drafted me.
And then they gave you the eye test, and they're like, oh shit,
Wait,
what do we do, man?
Yeah. Well, Leon Hess, the owner at the time, was pissed. And now I drafted the guy number 1. He's got loose knees. And so what teams started to do, what Jets started doing, they started flying guys in for pre-physicals.
Right.
Wow.
And then teams started getting together, flying in guys for pre-physicals. Then they started to house guys, which is now known as the combines, where they house people to go over that to physicals so they don't make that mistake.
Okay.
But I remember this. We had our little mini camp. I hadn't signed my contract. But when I was flying around there, running around, catching the balls, beating people, they took me out of practice, signed me to a contract just like that. So it's about
Did
the
they ever
money.
It
question
worked
you
out
about it?
perfectly.
Nope, never had any problems with that.
They're like,
That's
there was no
crazy.
problem.
You know, and there was one incident. I woke up one morning and I couldn't see, and I'm walking into the locker room, and when you walk into the MetLife Stadium,
Yeah.
they have these big fluorescent lights, and even like these fluorescent lights here in the studio here. I was seeing these big circles with rainbow colors, and it was like a fog. I remember waking up in the morning, there was like a fog. And I'm talking to my teammates. Do you see this? I'm seeing these colors and everything. Are you high or is something wrong? So I go
They
to
were
our
asking
team
you.
doctor, and I'm like, I'm seeing this fog, and I'm seeing these neon like colors, like a rainbow around every light. These circles, this is like a rainbow. And he said, well, I don't know what this is, but we're gonna check you out after the game. And I remember playing Cincinnati, and I'd catch about 80 yards, and it wasn't a great game, but I still went out there and caught the ball, did my thing or whatever. And then when they sent me into the city, and they thought I had a detached retina, and this is my good eye, and I'm having problems with, and because it's the only one I really see with.
Right.
And then finally, I met a guy out here in Long Island. I just saw him just 2 days ago, and his name is Dr. Aries, and he diagnosed me with iritis and this glaucoma.
Oh.
And what it is, your pressure goes up. And so whatever happens when your pressure goes up, I would see these colors, and I'd have this like foggy, like everything is foggy. And you go through life thinking, oh my God, if something ever happened to my good eye, what am I going to do? And how do you deal with this? And there are people and ophthalmologists that I've met over the years, like still are flabbergasted. How did I catch a football?
Well, that's
I
what I want to
I
know.
say that's just God-given. That's
How
just
did you
God-given.
play like that?
God-given, that's all I can tell you. But I think as
Was
a
it ever
youngster,
You should be super proud of yourself. That's huge.
if I had to put my finger on it, I still have peripheral vision, so I'm aware of objects on the side.
Gotcha.
Even though I can't see out of the eye, and I know there are people on my team that's like, the catch you made just now, I know you can see out of that. You're just BSing people. I didn't want to
full
come
of
to this
it.
show.
Yeah.
But you work at your craft, you learn to do the little things, and that's what people don't understand. There's things that you can work on to make you better, and whether it's getting your head around, focus on the ball, and I think as a youngster, being born this way, I was able to adjust and make a difference that way. So I was able to use that as motivation for young kids too. Hey, I'm a little guy. I'm not a very big guy. I've been called short, can't catch because I had a lot of speed, a lot of good speed guys. They say you can't catch a ball. And we even had a coach call us a pea brain. You never mount to anything. So hey,
a coach said that to you guys?
Yeah, and so it gives you some motivation to prove people wrong. So my thing is that if I can go out and do this, being short and small and blind,
Were you ever
willing
worried
to work hard,
about
you
it?
can do that. I was worried that I wouldn't be able to play, and I never thought about getting injured. And like my mom, like when I got hit in the eye playing baseball, I used to love baseball, and when it wasn't until I had kids, and they played football and different sports, and when you see them get hurt, you want to go out on that field. I wouldn't embarrass them, but I want to go as a parent. It just tears you apart. I can't imagine what that was happening with my own parents and my mom, and heaven forbid if anything happened to my good eye, I wouldn't be able to play at all. And then I thought about that even as yesterday when I was seeing the doctor, just make sure you take care of it. I mean, you could walk, I could be walking and then some landscaper could be mowing the lawn and some rock could hit me in the eye, just an accident, you just never know.
Right.
But you don't think about those things.
Right.
Never thought about getting hit in the eye and something happening, but you just do what you do. And now with the hits and the concussions and the injuries.
We want to hear all about that.
I never thought about getting hurt, you know.
Never did
let
it that
alone
time.
even when I had knee surgery, when I was getting drafted. Not that I felt I was invincible, but you don't think about those things.
Wait, this is a big topic, and I know this is something that's very dear to your heart. So let's take a quick break, and then we're going to be right back with Wesley Walker.
What up, Wesley?
Yeah.
It's a little too strong for you because Connie makes a
lot. No way.
Stretching under sedation or manipulation under anesthesia is a very gentle, very precise procedure to very slowly release any scar tissue that is formed as a result of a traumatic injury. Many people ask, how does this work? Will I get hurt? Will you stretch me too far? We only stretch the body part to its normal range of motion. After completing the post-MUA rehabilitation program, it's very common that our patients say to us, hey, I can play ball with my kid again. Hey, I can bowl again. Hey, I can enjoy hiking again. This is what makes it rewarding to us as practitioners.
Dunkin' Donuts are always fresh. I made the donuts. We make them at least twice every day. Time to make the donuts. Not a few kinds, like supermarket. Made the donuts. Time to make the donuts. But up to 52 varieties. The donuts. Time to make the donuts. I made the donuts. Dunkin' Donuts, up to 52 varieties, fresh day and night. No supermarket can say.
After all the candles are blown out, after the last toast of the night, Cambridge paving stones with Armortec stand the test of time. Beautifully designed, built to last. Only Cambridge paving stones have Armortec, our unique process that produces a rich, distinctive color. Create your own memories with Cambridge paving stones. Visit CambridgePavers.com.
Cambridge paving stones with Armortec will always look like new.
Say that.
And we're back.
Wesley.
So we're so excited because Tom Mealy of the Harrison Law Group,
who didn't give me the Dave Matthews VIP box.
That. We're talking about the comedian show that we didn't go to. We are giving away 2 VIP tickets to Jones Beach for September 16th to see Motorhead and Anthrax, which is very.
Oh, Anthrax is going to be there too.
Anthrax. Who cares about Motorhead?
Well, Wesley has a good question.
So
I love Jones Beach.
I know, me too. And the VIP box is amazing. You get an entrance to the VIP area.
Do we get Tito's served to us?
You get Tito's served to you. I don't know if you do. I feel like whatever.
Well,
but
my
anyway.
girlfriend got a chance to go on stage at Flow Rider.
No, Flow Rider. There you go.
She got over there dancing with her daughter and taking selfies. And
there you go. So listen, we're gonna ask the question very Wesley Walker style. And I'm going to give you the phone number now so you can be ready. So that way, once Wesley finishes the question, you can get on the phone and answer the question and win your tickets. So the phone number to the studio is 631-669-7999. Again, 631-669-7999. Wesley, what is the question to win Anthrax Motorhead tickets for September 16th?
The question is, what was my number, Wesley Walker's number in college?
I love that.
Oh, do you know the answer?
What was my number in college?
I know it.
You do? Because
I'm a huge Wesley Walker
Come on,
fan.
our first caller.
I'm a big fan
Who's going to
of
be
the
our
guy
caller?
that has that
I
number.
know.
I bet you DJ Chef will call in.
Come on.
Come on, Chef, call in.
Again, the number 631-669-7999.
All right, but while we're waiting, you know the whole Geno Smith thing with his jaw getting broken over $500 or $600?
That's tough. That's rough. I don't know how teammates, number one, would get into any altercations. And I know I've had things that go on before, you know, in the locker room. You're getting ready to play a game,
That's what
and then
we want to hear
arguing
about
about
that story,
some stupid stuff or whatever. And a lot of people relate those things that you need money or women or something. But it's like petty jealousies. And guys hated each other.
Really?
We were talking about Mark Gastineau.
Yeah.
And I know that there were several guys that just didn't like him, whether it was because of his dancing or his antics. And maybe he didn't treat them like they wanted to be treated. But some of those guys were not really good people either on the other side of the court. And I'm on the outside looking at this. And to be honest with you, we always preached about being a family, and we weren't together as a family. And I hate to even say this. I'm, like I said, I was a black hippie. I wouldn't prejudice. The reason I went to Berkeley because it was just a diverse culture, different people. I hated prejudice, and being a black African American, whatever you want to say, I had to deal with racism, and I just wasn't used to that kind of behavior. And when your own teammates felt that way or say these things and because they weren't exposed or they just didn't know people, and it's not even until, like, say, recently something the guys got to know us and we've gotten together, but there would be separate things that would go on in the locker room. Everybody would have their own little corner, and I would sit there and watch this stuff, and I'm like, I'm not used to this. I thought in the pro ball professional that you would be beyond that. This doesn't exist, but
and didn't you say something happened between you and a teammate?
Well, yeah, I mean, we're arguing over the girl that happened to, you know, end up being my wife, you know.
Let's tell the story. Wait, don't get ready to give it away.
I would never name names, but I just remember getting into a thing like, we can't be seeing the same person.
Right, this was right before you were about to go on the field.
We're going to go and play a game, you know, that has no relevance right now. What are you talking about? And who really cares? You know?
So you ended up marrying the chick?
Yeah.
Nice.
You know, I'm just making a point. I never get caught up in who's seeing who or jealousy or
so basically
there's
you
a
won.
competition.
You won. Good job, Wesley.
It's not about that.
Wesley.
It's not about that. It's not about that. What I'm saying is that
so nice.
those things shouldn't matter. If you're really friends,
correct.
If you really have like relationships, you know, things do happen. You know, if you're I don't believe in stabbing anybody in the back. If you're out front and nice with people, that wasn't the type of situation it was.
Right.
But when you have people that are really not treating you properly or not being straight up or just being honest about a situation, you know, you can't help with certain situations. I can be upfront about it, but we're teammates. We're playing a game, which, you know, your personal life shouldn't even come in play.
Exactly.
But people at home probably never thought this stuff really went on.
But you wouldn't believe some of the stuff that went on between players.
I
can't divulge
that. Listen, Wesley, don't steal my question. That's my next question.
Well, I can't divulge that type of information.
First, I've announced the winner because
we have a winner. Is it DJ Chef?
Well, let me see. Let me see if it's the right answer, though. Okay. So we have.
What was the answer?
So we have Jerry Mullen from Northport.
Who the hell is that?
I don't know. He's our.
I love Northport.
I want to hear his voice. Who is he?
I love Northport.
Jerry Mullen.
All right, go ahead.
So he says the answer is number 99.
That's right.
Jerry Mullen, you are the winner.
That's why I love Mark Gastineau.
I love it. So listen, Jerry Mullen of Northport, you won 2 fabulous tickets to Motorhead and Anthrax for September 16th. You'll be hanging out with my sister, Frank Mullen.
Tom will be serving you hors d'oeuvres and drinks.
Exactly, because we'll be there too. And you're more than welcome to call in to retrieve your tickets.
Yep. Tom will be serving you.
All right.
Wesley will not be there.
No.
What do you think?
I would love to be there, though.
But wait, hold on. All right. So listen. So Wesley, this is the thing, right?
Yes.
So obviously, as the audience, we don't know a lot of what goes on behind the scenes. So what can you tell us, some stuff that goes on behind the scenes that your fans wouldn't know about?
Well, that's what I was alluding to. The fact that we preach being this team, this family. And when you have guys that are jealous of one another, or you have, I remember our coach reaming out our captains. How can you have a party and not invite everybody? And this is getting back to the coach.
Right.
And this was disappointing to me as just a human being. And when you get to a professional life where you
Right.
think, and maybe I was just wishful thinking, or maybe I'm just naive,
No.
I just thought everything goes out the window. This is, and I've dealt with prejudice and racism, but I'm thinking, we're a team, we should be more together. But some guys, I guess, haven't been exposed to certain things. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I'm black and I've just been exposed to certain racism, things that happen. I never understood it. My kids are mixed, you know. Shoot, they're Italian and Jewish, or whatever you want to go.
Nice.
I always wear this. If you notice on my neck, I have a Jewish star, I have a Catholic, I have a Christian, you know, and I always say I'm a black Irish Jew. I have a
Black Irish Jew.
I have a Celtic cross that I wear, a clatter ring. You know,
I love that.
I'm just.
I have a
just
clatter
love
ring
people.
too.
It's just not, we're no different. Like when people, oh, Wesley Walker, just no, I'm just Wesley. I'm a human being. It's not
You're
about
such a
black,
nice
white,
person.
whatever race you are.
Right.
You're human beings, and I just never understood that. So the point I'm making that, you know, I think the Jets would have been more successful if we had this close-knit, brotherly family love for each other. But when you have guys like Margasso, people hated him. I didn't, certainly.
Okay.
Hated him. Guys that, you know, and I don't want to name names. It wouldn't be right for me to do that. But these are our star players. And some of these star players would be doing the same things or the same behaviors, but that was okay.
Why did they hate him? Was he really a jerk?
I guess in his mind, too, because he'll say something, he's not the Mark he used to be.
Right.
And I know he's battling with, you know, I know he just had a big chunk of his thigh removed because of cancer that he's had.
That, right.
And he'll even say that he's not the Mark he used to be. I don't know what that was. Mark has never been, there was times where, like, we could see each other and like, hey, man, you didn't even say hello or whatever it was.
Really?
So you got stuff going on. And,
Yeah.
and I can look beyond it. You know, you don't know what's really going on in a person like that unless you really know them. He was always treated me as a human being, and and I used to, this is honest, he used to say, the black guys treat me better than the white guys here. You know?
Is that interesting?
But it's not about how people treat you. It's just, it's about the respect that you need from everybody.
Right.
And I can pick probably everybody on that team that had something against somebody, and we weren't together. And I remember one of my teammates, Bruce Harper, standing up on the bus, because the white players are on one bus and the black players are, hey, we got to mix this up. And he remembers getting up to say that, and nobody moved to do it.
Really?
Yeah.
What year was that?
I don't remember. It was in the late 70s, early 80s, or whatever.
So wait, Wesley.
And that's insane. He told me this, and I don't even remember, but I just don't even think like that.
Because you don't have to pay attention to that stuff.
I want
So
to
Wesley,
answer Chef's question.
Go ahead. You can ask. Go ahead.
So my friend DJ Chef, who's a huge Jets fan like I am, he wanted to know, Keyshawn Johnson was the Jets' go-to receiver after you retired. He was very outspoken. What's your take on his book, Just Gimme the Damn Ball?
Well, let me straighten you up on that.
Yeah.
The go-to receiver was Wayne Garrett.
Yep, Wayne.
But Keyshawn Johnson,
So is that right?
He called him the team mascot.
I would say, too, and this is what I'd say. I never liked Keyshawn Johnson because he talked too much.
Right,
he
you
was
said
flamboyant.
that,
He had to come here. He had an attitude even when he first got here. He didn't even sign a contract, and he wasn't the nicest guy. But he came to play. And I even said in a couple of articles I was writing for this Jets Confidential paper where, you know, I would go in a foxhole with him because he had that kind of attitude you need to play the game.
Right.
But personality-wise, there are certain antics that I just don't really go for. There are people that play this game that are entertaining. They can be flamboyant, and it's funny, and it's nice, and it comes off in a different way. But there's some people that come off arrogant, and it's not real good, and that's how he came off. I don't know his relationship with Wayne Corbett, and I have all the respect for Wayne Corbett, great guy, and he's struggling with the head trauma and stuff. But he brought a unique thing to the table, which he was very respected, very respectful, and he was good at what he did, you know. But I do understand there are situations where certain players get certain situations handed to them, opposed to other players who bring to the table maybe more than what that person may be, but they don't get the accolades or the opportunities. And that's where, if you are outspoken about it, and people don't really want to relate it to that way, and they don't want to see it,
Right.
and they have a hard time hearing that. But I know for a fact if a coach wants to push a certain guy, they will do that. And
So Wesley, let me ask you a question. If you could change one thing in your football career, what would it be?
Wow, that's a good question.
So wait,
if I could change one thing in my football career, it's kind of related to me physical-wise. I always wish I could see out of both eyes and see if it would have been any different.
You were one of the fastest.
I know. You look amazing.
I know that, but I just wondered if it would have made a difference.
I don't think so. I think you were probably better because you had them.
But if I had to really change it, it's just what we're talking about now. I just wish we were more together as a team.
Yeah.
Where we really had this love for one another, like you said, just smiling.
Yeah.
Just being genuine. I mean, there were so many petty jealousies on the team. Everybody didn't hang out with each other. You had these little cliques, and I'm talking about even black players. They had these little cliques, and I just wasn't used to this, But
what about the Miami Dolphins game? Do you have any touchdowns?
Look, I'm a big fan of Miami.
Exactly, but wasn't that the best game?
That's one of them. I mean,
you're not giving yourself enough credit.
No, because
I know you're very hard on yourself.
I had 3 touchdowns on national TV. Monday Night Football.
We know you're amazing. You have to tell us.
We already
Detroit,
know. That's why
and that
I love
was
you.
nice.
I know.
But the Miami Dolphins game,
How many
it was
touchdowns
very
did you have?
special. I had 4. It's
Okay.
still very
Oh, just 4?
And what was special about it is that, what was really special about that is that I was very angry at the coach, and we weren't really throwing the ball, and this is what I do. And I had strained my groin in practice, so I told my backup, Kurt Sohn, I'm trying to pull myself out. If they're not really using me, I might as well just save my leg, and I was really pissed. And then I remember we were going towards the first half, the end, and we threw this play action pass, and that was 1 touchdown.
Yeah.
And then I'm pleading with the coach, try this deep pass. And the Miami Dolphins were in the right coverage. I don't know how I got open, and Kenny O'Brien threaded the needle. 2 touchdowns.
Amazing.
And then and it went back and forth. In that game, when you talk about things that were supposed to be good, I think about the fumble that I had, that I gave it back to the other team, and it could have went the other way. I thought we had lost the game. And I use this as a motivational tool because you never can give up with kids and everything. Because I was like, ready to throw in the towel. I'm like, I can't believe I had this pass that I didn't catch. They ruled it a fumble. They got the ball back and scored. And so we go on this drive, and there's no time left on this one last drive. And there was a lot of plays by Mickey Schuler or tight end or Johnny Hector. We just move it down the field. And it was 5 seconds left, and we call this one play. And I'm on the sidelines. And I'm like, I'm supposed to be in on this play. This is my favorite. It's the stuff we worked on. Like, I always wanted to be in it, and I'm on the sideline. Kenny O'Brien comes out, Wesley, get in there. And I go in
there's
there,
your time.
And they were still in the right coverage. How he threaded the needle and got the ball and how I caught it with 0 time on the clock. We tied it up.
Impressive.
And then I catch the touchdown to win the game in overtime.
See?
We love it. You
Kenny
O'Brien. There you go.
It's Kenny O'Brien.
All right, so
It's
listen,
you
Wesley,
You're
come on. Give yourself some credit.
No, I'm not saying that.
All right, listen.
I have confidence in myself. But
We
the
know you're
fact that
confident,
Kenny
but you're
O'Brien.
amazing. So what we're going to do is, Wesley, we have your biggest fan in the audience tonight.
Yeah.
And his name is his name is Jeff Rothman, and he is a huge fan.
Not as big as me though, guys.
No,
not as big as me.
And, so when we're
Is
going
he
to
cute as you?
I love Wesley. Thank you.
So we're going to go to break, and we're going to be right back. Okay, we're going to bring you your biggest fan. All right, break time.
Guys, ready for the show? Yeah. Enjoy it.
Luxury Coach is a full-service limousine and party bus company. Family-owned and operated, we are an industry leader with over 25 years of experience in providing best-in-class luxury transportation for your special event. Whether it's your precious wedding day, an all-day wine tour out east, your high school prom, that special birthday, or just an amazing night on the town, our professional chauffeurs stand ready to ensure your special event is truly special. Galaxy Luxury Coach has one of the largest and modern party bus fleets in the New York area. Our party buses are simply nightclubs on wheels. Concert sound systems, light shows, lasers and strobes, multicolor LED lighting brilliantly lights your party bus inside and out. For corporate and more laid-back events, we will cater to your specific needs and requests. What sets Galaxy aside from all others in the luxury transportation industry is our attention to detail in customizing our services to your special event. At Galaxy, it's all about you and your guests. Galaxy customers return time and time again because they know they can trust Galaxy to help deliver those lifetime memorable moments. Step aboard and let your Galaxy experience begin. Galaxy Luxury.
And we're back. So we have Wesley Walker's biggest fan, Jeff Rothman.
You stole my hat, yo. I don't like it.
Love your hat.
Taking your mojo.
I got the glasses.
Glad to be here.
Well, come on.
Right.
You didn't get the Motorhead tickets, but you did.
I got the next best thing. I got Wesley.
Exactly. Come on. What more can you want?
Okay.
All right, come on, Jeff.
I know, Wesley, you were talking about smiling before. I got a good one for you. Smile at the world, and the world smiles back at you.
You're darn right.
Nice.
You're damn right.
That's your motif. I've been listening to you.
My motif is I love my smiles all the time.
There you go.
And he loves his pink.
Yeah,
he loves
love
his
my
pink.
Okay.
Pink and smiles, that's what I say.
That's right. We love it.
And it looks good on you.
Thank you.
Both of them.
It looks good on you, too.
Thank you, Wesley.
We try.
I know you were with the Jets for 12 years, from 77 to 89. Amongst those 12 years, you had many a teammate who, if you had to pick one, was your favorite teammate, the guy you enjoyed spending the most time with?
That was one of my questions,
too. Oh, my God.
Let's hear
that
this.
is like a tough question.
Because
I love, I love everybody. I
questions.
love my teammates, and God, and I was just with two of them today, Kenny Shroy and Bobby Jackson. But I had so many, like Bobby Jackson I probably hung with, hanging out with. I had a guy, Marvin Powell. I wish I knew where he was. He was
Shout out. There you go.
My roommate. I have a guy that probably people wouldn't know. We used to call him Nasty Newt. He was our fullback in college, and he came here as a free agent and made the team. He was my roommate when I got here, and we played years together. But I was a people person. That's all I can tell you. I love Altoon. I just love my teammates.
So you don't have just one person?
No, I don't. It's hard.
Because he's so nice.
But if I had to make a choice,
yes,
Kenny O'Brien would be my man.
Kenny O'Brien, there you go.
I told you backstage,
behind,
I'll take Kenny O'Brien. I will say this, I love Joe Namath. Don't get me wrong, never played with him.
You better be at the chef.
I'll take Kenny O'Brien over Joe Namath, Dan Marino, or John Wake any day of the week. I love that dude.
You dance with the dog that brung you.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the bottom line.
This is my boy.
All right. In 1983, my best friend Jeff Kimmel and I had season tickets.
I love how you're taking over a show.
And, we
You're
had,
giving it to him. Come on.
You said go.
Go.
You're doing a good job.
Give me the ball.
Now Jeff's your co-host.
Give me the damn ball.
Good.
We had season tickets and we had playoff rights to the games. And, of course, you won 2 games away that year, including a AFC matchup against the Oakland Raiders. I remember that.
Yep.
And now it was the AFC championship game against the Miami Dolphins.
Yep.
We had Super Bowl tickets if the Jets won. I was hanging by the seat of my pants. What were you thinking when the score was 7-0 and A.J. Dewey knocked the ball up like this?
You're blocking me, guys.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Picked the ball up and took it to the house.
Screw him. When I woke up in the morning and saw the rain, I knew I was going to get screwed because we throw the ball. We're not going to do that in the rain, and it changes the whole mechanism of the game, and that was very disheartening for me. And I know Richard Todd got a lot of flack because he threw like 5 interceptions, and they were like friends or whatever. I caught one ball towards the end of the fourth quarter, so that was just
horrible
for me. We couldn't get our running game going. I remember we recovered a fumble in Miami's in their end zone, in their area territory, and they gave it back to them, and it's a game of turnover. We just didn't do well that game. And if I give the credit to anybody, it has to be Don Shula, because I would have watered the shit out of the field. That's what they did. Am I allowed to curse on this?
Of course you can. Do whatever you want. Internet. Come on.
But
it's like
I was so disheartened. But when I woke up, forget AJ Dewey, who had a great game, and Richard Todd kind of threw a bunch of rocks to him. But it's the fact that it was raining. It was like a monsoon. I did cry that day. I shouldn't even say that. But I woke up
so did we.
I'm like,
we were going to
this can't be.
We had
this can't
Super Bowl
be.
tickets.
And that's what I do. I wake up and I'm like, how is the weather? You want to come off the bus throwing? And I'm like, oh my God, this alters the whole game. And we just didn't play very well. And I knew it wasn't going to be a good day for us.
Okay, now, is there any truth to the fact that the Miami Dolphins, you hear rumors that they soaked down the field on purpose, a la New England-esque, to get the edge?
I don't know, and I can't prove
cheaters.
It, but they would have been a fool not to do that.
Wow.
When I was a rookie, we beat Miami twice, and I remember my first game against them, I had like 2 or 3 touchdowns, and we always had success against them. And if you look at my numbers in Miami or against Miami, they were always good. But that particular day, it wasn't good. And I remember going to the Super Bowl. It was in Pasadena. Miami played the Redskins, and I had tickets, and I took my family there. And I laughed before halftime because I couldn't take it. I watched Jimmy Cefalo, this receiver for Miami, go 70 yards for this touchdown. I'm like, this should be me. And then they got crushed by the Redskins, and I was glad of that. But we thought we should have been there.
Gotcha. All right.
Wait, before, I just want to know what you think, because Sunday obviously is the first Jets home game. You're going to be there. You're going to do a meet and greet. Let everyone know.
For MetLife.
Nice. For MetLife. What time will you be doing the meet and greet?
I have to be there. I think I do a Q&A from 11:15 to 12:45.
Can we buy tickets beforehand?
I imagine you can. You just call the Jets.
Just call the Jets. That's what you do.
Yeah.
Listen.
I have to sign autographs in the MetLife suite. I know that at halftime.
What do you think about the team?
I love Todd Bowles. I love Mike McCagnon.
Okay.
They've welcomed the former athletes. They're the alumni, and they're trying to create some programs, which is very good. And he wants us to feel welcome. Unfortunately, I'm a Long Islander.
Yep.
It takes a couple of hours to get over there with no traffic.
I know.
I do miss the Jets being here on Long Island at Hofstra University, but I have a great deal of respect for Todd Bowles. Felt he would have been in the Super Bowl last year with the Arizona Cardinals if they had a quarterback. He's
you don't miss
very
Rex,
low key. Don't get me wrong, I love Rex Ryan, but you have to deal with what is here now.
Right.
So the regime has changed, and I have all the respect for Todd Bowles. I love Rex Ryan. I'm looking forward to that game against Buffalo.
You think Todd's going to bring us to a Super Bowl?
He has a chance to do that, but he can't do it by himself. It takes a team to do that.
Well,
and
do you
that's
think
up
we
to
have
the
a
players.
strong team this year? What do you
I think so on paper, yes. But there's a lot of things that go into the game. There's injuries. There's how do you deal with personnel. Sheldon Richardson was an example that could happen. Broken jaw with Geno. Can the quarterback perform? So all these things have to take place.
Okay.
How does the coach gel with his coaches now? It's a whole new program. So it has to get into a good scheme of thing where they're on the right path.
Okay.
I don't have that answer, but I know they have the capabilities, and on papers they do have that capability, but whether they do it or not, that's going to be the big question.
Listen, Wesley, we love you. You're amazing. You should be extremely proud of your career because you have accomplished so much.
And
I am. I'm thankful.
You look great in pink.
You do.
Well,
better than anybody
I
else.
love
You're totally giving us props.
I'm mugging your hat on the way out.
I appreciate that.
I'm mugging you on the way out.
You two look great in pink.
What's the movie?
I wore it for
What's
you.
the movie though coming out with Will Smith that
I don't know the name of it, but
just
I know,
Google it.
I don't
Google
know
it.
the name,
Will
but
Smith
I'm
movie.
looking forward to it. He's actually portraying the doctor that discovered this in the athletes.
Nice.
And the NFL tried to cover this up, and it'll be very interesting. And I hope they can get it in a real detailed format because a lot of times, the NFL is a very strong organization.
They like to hide.
So
they like to hide
shit.
shit.
They can hide a lot of stuff.
Totally.
But I just want the truth to be told.
Exactly.
And
Which it will be.
What is the truth, Wesley? Leave us with the truth.
The truth.
Well, the truth is that there are athletes that are hurting from head trauma and the fact that the NFL knew these things were happening. I don't want the commissioner or anyone to dance around the questions that are being asked of you. Tell the truth of what it is.
You heard Wesley.
And they have to get the doctors involved with it to tell the truth. And there's been documented evidence that this head trauma is causing Parkinson's, Alzheimer's related to, you know.
Right.
And I know guys like Harry Carson, Al Toon, my teammates, Wayne Corbett, they're suffering because of this head trauma from concussions.
Right.
I was unfortunate where we didn't have these things where they were documented.
Well, I think more people are getting hip to it now, like a lot, like those young guys that just retired.
All right, guys, we love you very much, Wesley. We love you. We have to take a selfie.
So in other words, you're cutting us off.
I'll sit on Wesley's lap.
Lord,
dude, you got to stand up right here. It's a camera. You're messing it all up. Come on.
Guys, I have my deflated jets.
Come on, get it for the self.
Somebody grab the jets.
Grab the helmet. Grab whatever.
Guys, it's not even on us.
The camera's that way.
Why isn't the lawyer helping us? Is it working?
We got it.
Yeah. Is Wesley even in it?
Yeah, no.
Is he not?
I don't think Wesley was in, guys. Check Wesley out Sunday for the Jets-Browns game at MetLife Stadium at 1 o'clock.
Okay, go Jets.
Go Jets.
Go Jets. We love you, Wesley.
Wesley, you did amazing.